Kila kila kala o ke ali kalani e o pai e kalani o ka iwa kilo moku o kana iau puni o kalani nui meha meha e meha meha ho iau I wahonei e tahia mai e tō I loko au I loko I au
Oh, halea klaina pualea. Ka puia la nu heo tanu. Anui te aloha launa ole. O ia anua la he leo polina he kauikano. Ho oni ho eu o luida puai. E a luida leo e aloha nei a leo he a kuai he mai.
O nauna I ka hala me ka lehua. He halele hua noi ana ka nohe. O ka uno ia e ano I nei. E li a nei hoi o ka hiki mai. A hiki mai no oi. A hiki puno me ke aloha. Aloha e, aloha e, aloha e.
Hawaii pono'i, nana'i kongo'i, kalani ali'i, ke ali'i. Makualani e kamehameha e, na kaua e pale. Me ka ie, Hawaii pono'i, lana'i nali'i, na pua komuni, na poki'i. Makualani e kamehameha e, na kaua e pale. Me ka ie, Hawaii pono'i, e kalahui e, o ka uhana nui e ui e. Makualani e kamehameha e, na kaua e pale. Me ka ie.
E pule kākou. E mililani aku ia Yehova. No ka mea ua maikaʻi ʻoia, no ka mea hoʻi, ua mau loa kona loko maikaʻi. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, for his loving kindness is everlasting. We have gathered here today to honor our dear graduates from the class of 2020 of Kamehameha Schools Maui and completing such a significant milestone in our lives. Kia kua, we invite your presence into this time of celebration, and we thank you for your supernatural covering. As we are in a season of persevering and conquering, though we may not be gathered here together physically, we are all gathered here in unity in the Spirit. There is no time or distance in the realm of the Spirit. May our hearts be open today as we celebrate our graduating class, Kaupapa Vauke. Our commencement not only marks the closing of a chapter in our lives, but the start of a new beginning. Heavenly Father, thank you for being with each and every one of us graduates and our ohana. We honor you and give you all the glory and praise. Mai kainoa, Yesu Christo. Amen.
Vilina mai e nā koa o Kamehameha, ho'o mai kai. O Jack Wong ko inoa, o Vao ka CEO o ke kula o Kamehameha. We're here to celebrate your achievements, to strengthen our bonds, and to renew our hopes for a brighter future. Today, amid a global health crisis, many of our hopes for restoring our community lie in you. You have worked hard and are prepared for this challenge, so we have faith that our hopes are well placed. On behalf of your Kamehameha Ohana, I wish you the best of luck. You're ready for the next leg of your journey, so find your passion, your hopes for the future, and wholeheartedly pursue your dreams. I mua Kamehameha.
Aloha class of 2020. I'm Trustee Crystal Ka'uilani Rose. E ho'omai kai for being the first virtual graduating class in the history of the Kamehameha schools. If Keali'i Pauahi were here today, she would be filled with pride. She once said, "Times will come when you will feel you are being pushed into the background. Never allow this to happen. Stand always on your foundation, but you will have to make that foundation. There will come times when to make this stand will be difficult, especially to you of Hawaiian birth. But conquer you can, if you will. You have a firm foundation of which to build a life of purpose, progress, and promise. So go forward and make Princess Pauahi proud, as you have all of us. I mua Kamehameha.
Aloha, I'm Trustee Elliot Mills. Growing up along the Hamakua coast, I often heard stories about the original superhero from that region, Umi Aliloa, the great chief who united Hawaii Island. Umi grew up to be a skilled farmer and fisherman, but his cunningness propelled him to be a famed warrior. In his rise to power, Umi never forgot his humble roots. He took care of his kupuna, the fatherless, and his people. This notion of overcoming hurdles to reach the pinnacle of your lives could describe this moment in time for you. Your graduation will forever be tied to this global pandemic, but this is an opportunity for you to define your future on your own terms. Also, like Umi, remember the less fortunate, families who are suffering, your kupuna, and most of all, your people. Ho'omai kai e nā pua a Pauahi.
Aloha e class of 2020. I'm Trustee Micah Kane, and I'm honored to be a part of your commencement ceremony. As I think about all of you, you as individuals and your class as a whole, ha'aheo, pride, rises up inside of me. I'm proud of you for being steadfast, strong, and humble despite any and all circumstances. And you should be equally proud. Proud of the values instilled in your identity as Hawaiians, proud of your education and your accomplishments, proud of one another, proud of your class that will forever be known. Carry that pride and confidence into the next leg of your journey, be it here in Hawaii or anywhere else in the world. I have great hope for all of you. I mua Kamehameha.
Aloha e class of 2020. I am Trustee Robert Nobriga, a graduate of Kamehameha, just like all of you will soon be. I'm excited for you. I'm proud of you, and I congratulate you. As you take this next big step, I want to ask you to do something for yourself that I believe is very important. Take some time to dream, and dream big. Envision the life that you want and the impact that you want to make on this world, and then write it down. Take this vision that you're passionate about and combine it with next level work ethic. In the years ahead, keep that vision fresh so the decisions you make are influenced by building toward the long term and not just for short-term gains. Don't sell your vision short, because one day you'll look back and be very fulfilled with your body of work and the impact that you've made on this place and the people that you care about. So, I mua 2020.
E olo o Kalani, e Pauahi lani nui. Aloha mai, o wao o Trustee Lance Wilhelm. Keali'i Pauahi, witnessed the rapid decline of the Hawaiian people. It was her optimism that inspired her to create a legacy that would give her lahui a fighting chance. And you, Napua Apoahi, are the new optimists of our time. The world you knew is no longer, but the world you create is completely up to you. Princess Poahi knew that to save her people, to see them thrive once again, she would need to believe in and inspire those around her. Imagine the tomorrow you'll pen for the next generation. This is your time to believe in what's possible, to believe in the kahua that Kamehameha has given you, and most importantly, to believe in yourselves. I mua, Kamehameha.
Pelina mai ka ko e nā kupuna, nā makua, nā opio, a me kamali'i. Aloha and welcome. I am Kahiao Vanakorsi, and I am honored and proud to have the opportunity today to address such a special class. First, on behalf of my class, I'd like to welcome you all to Kamehameha Maui's first virtual graduation as we honor the class of 2020, Kapapawoke. Today is a momentous day for our graduates because today we celebrate all of our accomplishments that have brought us this far. And despite world events, I am grateful to have this one-of-a-kind ceremony today. To Papawoke, some of you I've known for 13 years and others a little less. Regardless, I've seen you all accomplish, overcome, and grow into the industrious men and women you were meant to be. You all continue to strive to make the world around you better, and I know you will continue your drive to accomplish more. The resilience of Papawoke is both humbling and inspiring. We truly embody the name of our class, Kapapawoke. See, the bark of the woke tree endures the severity of beatings in order to become a beautiful piece of kapa. It withstands constant change from the hohoa, the beater, to become the finest kapa. Like the woke bark, we as a class have been faced with many life challenges, but from life's bumps and bruises, we continue to strengthen ourselves and develop into the multifaceted products of our hard work and resilience. On this highly anticipated day, we have earned the privilege to graduate. We have been under constant challenges from class schedule overhauls to senior project revamps. It may feel that we were slighted at times, but it's quite the opposite. We dominated every challenge that came our way and then some. Winning homecomings, stellar lip sync battles featuring I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys, lunchtime activities like fleetball and kickball in the quad. What makes Papawoke unique is our resilience. It's our ability to overcome the hardships, problem solve, and come out of it better than when we started. We are Papawoke. Aia ke kahi o lelo no e au, pili I ke ano o ka Papawoke. Eia I ono ke kolomaine ke a au ka woke. He mana'o ko ke ia o lelo no e au, I pili I ke kahi mo'olelo no Kamehameha. I ka wā o Kamehameha, na alapa'i kauoha aku I nā pū'ali koa e ho'omaka make I ke keiki o Kamehameha ma kāna o lelo. E o u I ka mako o ka woke, oi o pio pio. Aka, a'ole no pēlā, a'ola ki keiki. A'ole no I make I ka wā li'ili'i. Ulua nui oia, a I ka wā pilikia, a'ole no I ho'okū ia oia. Lanakila oia, a lilo oia I koa mana nui. I ho'ohui I nā moku o ko kākou pai aina. I'd like to leave you with this. The beating of the woke only leads to beautiful and fine kapa. The constant beating doesn't break up the woke. Instead, the fibers bind together and develop a stronger bond. It's like this class. No matter how great the challenge, you all rise up and strengthen each other to create fine young men and women. Kapapawoke, you are innovative, intelligent, and talented. We all are capable of turning our goals into something amazing, facing challenges head on, and being fearless. And I say this to you with no doubt that I believe in all of you. Puahi believed in all of us that one day we would leave an impactful legacy as resilient leaders of positive change. She provided a community with supportive kumu and alaka'i to guide our futures. It is my privilege to be a part of such a strong class filled with such spirited, fun-loving, and resilient people. I look forward to seeing where we all go from here as the change makers of 2020. Mahalo.
Aloha family, friends, teachers, staff, and my fellow classmates. My name is Ilana Suihiro, and I am your co-salutatorian. While I never thought I would be addressing a camera instead of a live audience, I am grateful that I'm a part of this year's graduating class, the class of 2020. Our class truly is a class that can weather anything. Even a global pandemic can't stop us from celebrating our accomplishments and finally graduating. I've been at the school for 13 years, and I can tell you definitively that I've looked forward to my high school graduation for 13 years. However, nostalgia is a powerful thing. My graduation goggles are on tight, and I want nothing more than to repeat high school with all the stress, struggles, and hardships, because those years truly were some of the best years of my life. I think I can speak for many of you when I say that at first, we were unsure of our place, our people, our path in life. But even though high school wasn't exactly blue skies and High School Musical songs in its entirety, we were able to forge those lasting bonds and go forth from here knowing who we are. Right now, I am speaking to you as a survivor of Ms. Romero's class. As someone who once had the ultimate public speaking phobia, I'm sad that I can't give my speech live to showcase my now better, but still not great, speaking skills for you today. Whether it was amazing or traumatizing, the things that we learned and the education that was given to us by Pauahi and taught by our teachers really made our experience here at Kamehameha Maui. From the loud encouragement by Kumulokahi to the life lessons and sometimes history taught by Mr. O'Brien, to the daunting tasks of our senior projects, heightened with the fear of having Mr. Mossman on our panel, we have persevered as a class to accomplish everything that was thrown at us. Procrastination and all, we can go forth from here proud of all that we have done, as I'm sure everyone else is already. We can especially be proud of our class, who once won 4th place 2 years in a row at Ahamele, that we are finally winning this year. We are truly record breakers who can claim 1st place in the contest without ever even singing a note of what would have been an amazing song. However, this just goes to show how special our class is. Each and every person is irreplicable and talented in their own regard. I can also conclusively say that we had the best class spirit. From homecoming games to Spirit Week activities, the enthusiasm that we displayed was unmatched and unlikely to soon be forgotten. We carry this heart with everything we do, making us the best class there probably ever was at Kamehameha. We will all be going our separate ways, but we won't be going quietly. Within each and every one of us, we have etched the experiences and memories of our classmates. We have made our mark in each other's lives, and we won't soon forget. Now, we look to the future. For my senior quote, I echoed the words of Henry David Thoreau. I will recite this particular quote again today. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. While cliché quotes like this one may be the foundation from which all nostalgic speeches are written, this quote means so much more to me because of our class. High school, while nothing short of life-changing, is just a building block for our future. There is so much more to be accomplished, so many more glass ceilings to be shattered and records to be broken. I said before that each and every person is irreplicable and talented in their own regard. We must always be confident in our ability to bring our goals and dreams to fruition. Whatever your passion may be, shatter those glass ceilings and keep that record-breaking streak, for we can all be great. Still, never forget this moment in time. That which is fleeting shall remain with us, driving us as we embark into our future. Remember the classmates who changed your lives, the friendships you gained and lost that shaped you, and the amazing times you had as we grew up together. For my fellow lifers, remember the many years we shared, our trials and tribulations, and every encounter with the people who built us up each and every day. It's hard to believe that we could have ever been that small. Now we leave the school grown. The future is quickly approaching. However, don't forget the family that was formed within the walls of Kamehameha Maui. The memories and experiences will always be preserved here for us to eventually return to. May we then be wiser, established, and thoroughly confident in the people we have become. I urge you to remember this time, Papawoke, with the hope that you all may now live the life you have imagined. Mahalo.
Aloha pumehana kako. Oval O. Bronson, Kahiao, España, and I am the former ASKS president for Kamehameha School's Maui campus. Let's take a look at Kapapawoke's 4-year journey.
Aloha mai, aloha e ke akua, aloha e nā aumakua, aloha e nā ali'i o Maui, aloha e nā kupuna, aloha e nā makua, aloha e ka lehulehu, aloha pumehana kākou. To the Board of Trustees, our Chief Executive Officer, the Executive Vice Presidents, guests, kumu, limahana, alaka'i, kupuna, makua, and haumana past and present joining us virtually and on television across the Pai'aina and around the world. Welcome to the celebration of Kapapawoke, Kapapa'elua Kaukani Iwakalua of the Kamehameha Schools Maui. O Scott Kaleolani Parker ko'ui noa, and as po'okula of this campus, I have the honor and privilege of providing some words to mark this occasion. But before I do, I would like to keep up the practice of recognizing those who have made significant contributions to our graduates. First and foremost, I know that we as a school are not the only ones who have shaped and molded these individuals into the fine young men and women ready to embark on the next adventure that life has in store. And I also know that sending your child and your mo'opuna, the most precious gifts given, to Kamehameha Maui is not a decision you and your ohana have taken lightly. Nā makua a me nā kupuna from the senior class. If you are a parent, grandparent, or guardian of a graduate, I mahalo you and ask that our graduates share in a moment of gratitude with you as well. Also, if members of Kapapawoke are so honored to still have present with them today their great-grandparents and great-great-grandparents, I would like to recognize and send a sincere mahalo to you for all you have done for your family and for entrusting us with the privilege of contributing to your mo'opuna's growth, academically, physically, and spiritually. We also cannot forget that the success of Kapapawoke rests also on the shoulders of brothers and sisters who, in spite of the laughter, crying, encouragement, or yes, even arguments, all contribute to the opportunity to be here at this finish line today. Nā kaikua ana, nā kaikaina, nā kaikua hine, a me nā kaikunane. If you are a brother or sister of one of our graduates, I mahalo you and ask that our graduates share in a moment of gratitude with you as well. Finally, we cannot forget about all the kumu and alaka'i that these graduates have encountered throughout the last 13 years of formal learning. We know that the knowledge you have provided and the curiosity you have ignited will take them very far in life. If you are a teacher, an administrator, coach, or advisor, whether here at Kamehameha or elsewhere, of one of our graduates, mahalo nui loa. I know if the members of Kapapa Wauke could, they would extend a sincere mahalo to you in person as well. August 2019 began as any other school year does here in upcountry Maui. The skies were glorious, the winds warm, and classrooms were alive with conversation and laughter as members of Kapapa Wauke made their way around campus in what would begin as their last year as students of Kamehameha Schools Maui. Fall soon turned into winter, and in no time, we gathered together in celebration of our founder, Keali'i Bernice Pauahi Bishop, as one campus community, where we paused to remember her actions and deeds that resulted in the blessings we continue to enjoy to this day. As seniors entered Ka'ulahea Nui Okamoku Gymnasium, I am hopeful they remembered the aloha Keali'i Pauahi had for her people were not just words. They were from deep within. Actions ingrained in her through her koko and her iwi. She became an example of what good and industrious is and should be for us now, and for you later, Kapapa Wauke, as you get set to venture off from this safe harbor of your homes, campus, and community of Maui to the great big world that awaits. Once we return from Christmas vacation, it's as if you could see the finish line ahead. That dim light that seemed so very far away at the start of the school year now looked just a bit brighter. Over the course of a few athletic championships and academic competitions, members of Kapapa Wauke stood a bit taller, yet humble, as you entered the final semester of your senior year. Then things started to get confusing. There was a health emergency in Asia, which soon spread to Europe, and even to ships at sea. The world seemed as if it was being flipped upside down. No sooner the United States was being gripped by this unknown as we lurched into March, wondering, hoping, praying. Fast forward 10 weeks from spring break, and we've completely reinvented learning for you and the other 1,069 students at KS Maui, transforming what was once a bustling, lively campus into the closure of in-person instruction and the complete delivery of all learning from a distance. I think of the words of Elizabeth Lindsay and believe they are a testament to not only what you have experienced, but also who you are. Children of Hawaii, descendants of high chiefs, astronomers, philosophers, teachers. You have stories to tell, stories vastly different from the ones commonly known. Although your year ended in the most unconventional way possible, throughout our stay-at-home and work-from-home orders, I often found myself reflecting on Keali'i Pauahi and what she must have felt and experienced during similar crises taking place some 150 years ago across the Pai'aina, as she watched her people succumb to illness and disease at alarming rates. It was during her lifetime that she watched a healthy and vibrant people have their physical well-being stripped away. This was on top of the already traumatic loss of land, language, mele, and hula that was taken from them as well. I share that with you because I know that so much of how you wanted your year to end as Kapapa Wauke has changed. I know some of you feel you didn't get to celebrate the way you wanted or had planned, and I get it. I sympathize with you, and truly I hurt with you. But in the grand scheme of things, when you think back to what our ancestors had to endure, I want you to know that you will prevail. We will all prevail. You will overcome this crisis and this pandemic. You will leave Kamehameha Schools Maui stronger than before, ready to take on the next chapter of your lives. And this campus will remain here, waiting to always welcome you back with open arms. There will be many more opportunities for celebrations and pa'ina. Kapapa Wauke will always be ka papa e lua kaukani iwa ka lua. There will be no other. You all have much to look forward to, many more opportunities and successes ahead. You are the ancestors of those yet unborn, and that is an enormous responsibility. You need not fret in what was. You should be excited in what is yet to come. So I call on you to leverage this experience just as Keali'i Pauahi did when she created opportunities out of the challenges she saw her people facing. Instead of remaining in despair, she rose up and she set out a plan to lift up an entire people through education. Instead of turning her back, she stepped forward and chose to lead by leveraging her assets for future generations. Instead of placing blame, she looked to God for strength and forgiveness so that she could continue to serve with a humble heart. As you leave us, Kapapa Wauke, look to the Ike of Ma'ikoha and his gift of kapa. Be maka'ala always, but never forget to be humble. Always look for opportunity to step forward as a servant leader. And when in doubt, let Keakua be your guide, for he will never leave you nor forsake you. I wish you all fair winds and following seas as you set a course for your next destination. Ho'omaikai on this accomplishment. Imua ka papa wauke.
And now, to the Board of Trustees, on behalf of Nā Kumu a me Nā Alakai of the Kamehameha Schools A'apueo Maui, I certify that the members of Kapapa Elua Kaukani Iwa Kalua have successfully completed all requirements for graduation and that 100% of them are college, career, and life ready. It is my distinct honor and privilege to present them to you to receive their diplomas.
Marie Imani La'ahiva Abihai.
Tiliti Maiha'a Ku'ukamale Maikalani Tokunaga Adams. Nokea Kaua Kilihuneo Ke Kai Malino Lino Afong Nubal Nale Eha James II. Devin Lee La'akea Agatol.
Selena Alohalani Aguilar. Callie Elizabeth Ku'uleinani Aguirre. Hannah Kailimea'u Aiwohi. Ho'ala Olili Me Alapai.
Nainoa Albert Kekuhaupio Antonio.
Nadia Kaleikaumaka Apo Takayama.
Gabriel Allen Arcus. Parker Kamaha'o Awai.
Kaua kea ki puni kawekiu awana. Ku'ualoha Keiko Bailey. Ke hāle'a kapua makamai Baz. Faith Kahiau Ka'inana Punana Li'i Banacorsi. Elena Mahie Borge. Kyla Elizabeth Keaweawelani Lahela Chang Freitas. Lilia Grace Ka'la'e Davis.
Isaiah Ka'eo Kaoru Duarte. Iverson Kapa'akeo Kalani Dudwa. Alema Ulaleo Ibana. Justin La'Paki Eckhart. Bronson Kahio Espana.
Elena Anuhea Jaramillo Evans. Kayla Naomi Fernandez. Sierra Lee Anela Onauna Maikalewalani Freitas Ho'opi'i. Cheyenne Kahelelani Gallagher Sheldon.
Kalao Kahaku Tyler Gomes. Stephen Ka Pena Gushiken. CJ Makayo Po Aha Hamasaki.
Anela Makalapua Kupono I Keaolani Hill.
Kalele Pono Johansen Kaikala Ho'opai.
Meleana Lia Makano Kiakua Ho'opi'i. Nanea Rose Leimomi Ikeda. Tiana Kalealoha Irvine.
Ethan Josiah James.
Kailana Malie Emerald Jensen. Taj Kaimiku Pa'a Joaquin. Janae Mika Kanoelani Wright Kahahane.
Kaleva Yokepa Ryder Kailiehu. Michael Kavena Ulo Keao Kulani Kalalau. Braden Kekoa Burke Kalani. Josiah Kobe Kolowailani Herbert Kalu'o Shimada.
Madison Moani Kamakana.
Kamahao Taylor Kang. Tai Kaloeo Kekai Ko Ha'apo. Micah Anthony Ka'opio Kalani Kele. Ka'iliwai Hawaiian Lau Amaral. Kobe John Ka'imiku Pono Lilio.
Jada Lucille Leolani Lumlung.
Keave William O. Mann.
Carly Kaena Martin.
Ezekiel Kilio Kalani Matutino. Jonah Pono Kuala O. Miller.
Lyric Keahemalie Min.
Rio Derek Ka-El Moleta.
Taylor Marie Yumi Auli'i Morita.
Isaac David Kaleohano Morton.
Kylie Emmer Kamakana Makamai o Kalani Murakami. Sky Emma Kameali'i Makamai Murakami. Kalia Lehua Nani Murray.
McKenna Isaac Hisayoshi Nagasako.
Hivalani Kavena Ulai Kamaka Na Ho'oleva.
Dylan Isamu Kainalu Nakagawa.
Jalen Ipoleolani Navarro.
Lansen Ho'onakoa Tetsu Mitahara. Samuel Luke Alisea Ostermiller.
Kamaile Ann Kaililani Payet.
Aaron Jaden Pagan. Kaililipu Hanuhanu I Keauea Palakiko.
Ashley Hiilani Ku'upua Hie Hie Palimo'o.
Connor Sherman Kenman Kahala Ichiro Palmyra. Ross Nainoa Po Maikai Panlasigi.
Angel Kailani Kalehuawehe Pau Ole.
Wesley Lyle Pereira. Teva Kana'i Pimentel. Carson Philip Ekela Solomone Pupunu. Creighton Tetsu Ho'okela Purdy.
ka ililau o ke koa Mileka Pu'u. Caitlin Malia Ralar.
Kialoa John Makuakane Rano.
Elena Hokulani Reyes.
Keanu La'anui Malamo ke kai mali o La'aloa Jacob Rinnesbacher.
Makena Ku'ualoha I ka ua kea o Honopou Robinson. Sophia Kaleimamo Salvatierra.
Joshua Isaiah Schiffler.
Kealia Hope Shoestrand.
Makani Keone Smith Kempfert.
Kylie Noelani Sniffen. Mikiala Kailani Sniffen. Jariah Kaua Noe o Mailani We Ko'olani Solomon. Tatiana Kaleikula o Kala Soon. Logan Makanalani Spencer. Ailana Arisa Kanoholani Suehiro. Mia Louise Simons.
Graydon Joshua Tanaka.
Sierra Lily Nahelani Tanoe.
Slade Pomei Kaika Imina Awao Teshima. William Donald Laakea Thompson. Kalai Keoki Tadao Tom. Justice Lee Nahoa Vanara Kapoi.
Liana Lilinoe Melia Vasconcelos.
Elijah Kahivo Keakua Vendiola. Kahiau Kaonohilani Opuni Vida.
Jalen Kalena Kiomi Viela. Alexa Rivers Leolani Villa. Malie Julia Kiomi Watanabe.
Ezekiel Kapono Lua Lee Weber.
Raylin Lihau Yoshida.
My name is Calvin Mann, and I'm happy to tell each and every one of you, congratulations. You're about to officially become graduates and alumni of Kamehameha Schools Maui. You've all survived 4 years of high school, 4 years of late nights doing homework, of stress, of wondering whether it was all worth it. But also, 4 years of bonding, winning, and overall, just being the best darn class this school has ever seen. We've won a lot together. We've also lost a lot together. I wouldn't have it any other way. I know this graduation isn't what you dreamed of the past few years, but luckily we have the distinct privilege of being the first class to graduate from KS while in our pajamas. We're also the class to graduate despite what is undoubtedly the strongest case of senioritis ever. It's now apparently my duty to impart some words of wisdom, to tell you things you probably already know. Sadly, I can't yet claim to have the wisdom necessary to do this. Instead, I'm going to quote a song by Billy Joel. Some of you may not have heard it, though I'm sure many of you have. It's called Vienna. It's quite old. I bet most of the teachers remember it. Throughout the song, Billy Joel sings about Vienna, a city in Austria. Vienna has long been a crossroads of sorts. During the Cold War, it separated friendly nations from enemy nations. Long before that, it stood between the Ottoman Empire and the Holy Roman Empire. I can't think of a more fitting song for this crossroad of our own. My favorite lines in Vienna go, "Don't you know only fools are satisfied? Dream on, but don't imagine they'll all come true." Never let your dreams die, especially given the fact that now is finally the time to chase them. It's time to use our metaphorical, perfect 2020 vision to look towards and change the future. Our futures will never again be as open as they are right now. The decisions we will make now and over the next few years may very well prove to be the most influential that we will make. What we do next will determine whether our dreams will come true, whether we will be the astronauts, presidents, doctors, lawyers, soldiers, athletes, and long of becoming. Many of us have not seen each other for months, and we may not see each other for years to come. But regardless, I know that this class's bond will not be diminished. I ask all of you to not forget each other over the years. I ask you to not forget the people that helped bring you to where you are. Remember the family, teachers, friends, coaches, and mentors that supported you. I ask that after this, you let them know how much they are appreciated. While we are leaving KS, we all still represent a legacy over 130 years in the making, a legacy of excellence from Kamehameha Schools. The world is waiting for you. Conquer it and make Pauahi proud. Vienna says, you've got your passion, you've got your pride. Now, I'm happy to say, we'll also have our diplomas. Papa Vauke, never stop winning and never, ever stop dreaming.
Good evening, Warriors. Welcome back to our graduation ceremony. I'm your co-valedictorian, Raylan Yoshida. Although I've sat in front of a camera and spoke to our student body many times, there's no greater honor than this, as I speak on behalf of Kapapa Wauke, the class of 2020. One thing high school has taught our class is that success is not an easy road if taken alone. We've had many people support us along our journey, and I want to take this time to thank some of them. I want to mahalo Keakua for his many blessings and for bringing us together. I also want to thank Keali'i Pauahi for providing us with our education. Without her, we would not be the Kamehameha Schools Maui graduating class of 2020. I also have to thank the amazing admin, faculty, and staff at our school that have taken care of us in too many ways to count. A special thank you to Ms. Ka'ava, who is a constant advocate for our class. We wish you the best in your new future. Lastly, I want to thank the parents and families of Kapapa Wauke who have loved us unconditionally. We are all beyond grateful for every member of our support system that has helped us succeed. Now, I want to share some of Papa Wauke's most memorable moments together. It would not be right if I did not recognize our first ever lip sync crew that went out on the Keopuolani Hale stage as I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys blasted over the speakers. This iconic performance captured the spirit, confidence, and creativity of Papa Wauke. After dominating the rest of the competitions that week, we were named Homecoming Champions. The pure joy I saw on my classmates' faces throughout the week is the same happiness that I continue to see every time our class comes together. We came together again that year at Ahamele. Although we didn't win any awards, we sang the best we've ever had. Ahamele was never our strongest event, but we realized in that moment how far we've come as a class. This year, we weren't able to prove that Papa Wauke can be Ahamele champions, but I know we would have taken that ihe if we had the chance. Our senior homecoming week included some of the last big events we had together before our unexpected extended break. In our class cheer, we sang We're All in This Together from High School Musical. Our synchronized dance moves and perfect harmony must have blown our competition away because that performance helped us secure our second homecoming champion title. We're All in This Together became our anthem. The lyrics we sang were not just any jumble of words. They reflected the story of us and how we were destined to succeed. My favorite part goes, we're all in this together once we know that we're all stars and we see that we're all in this together and it shows when we stand hand in hand, make our dreams come true. I hope you sang along with me. These memories that we look back on are only the first of many we will make together. Anyway, our class is composed of the strongest warriors out there, but we wouldn't be where we are today without each other. We lean on each other to get through the hard times, and we celebrate together when we achieve our goals. If we were able to stand hand in hand in a giant circle today, anyone could look up at someone else and see a person that has helped them succeed in some way. That is because Kapapa Wauke is not just the name of our class, it's the name of our family. When faced with adversity, know that you have the strength to persevere, and your Papa Wauke Ohana is just a Zoom call away. As our high school careers come to an end, we wonder what will happen next. Well, the class of 2020 are the visionaries, and we have the ability to see that our graduation is not the end of our story. It is just the beginning of all the great things that are in store. I want to challenge my family, Kapapa Wauke, to use your vision in extraordinary ways.
Continue to adapt to change and challenge yourself to step out of your comfort zone. Our time together has helped us grow into who we are now, but I hope when we meet again in the future, we are able to share with each other how we've continued to grow. Papawauke, I want you to give yourself a 1 clap. 1, 2, 3. For getting this far, and continue to reward yourself because this achievement is the first of many dreams that will come true. Thank you.
Be strong and mighty, O sons of Hawaii, and O peace stand together hand in hand. All dangers defying, O sons of Hawaii, and bravely serve your own your fatherland. Ring, ring, Kalihi, ring, swell the echo of our song. Re, 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 ra, re, re, Kamehameha. Let hills and valleys loud our song roll on. Be firm and united, O sons of Hawaii. Our orbits that your race will overwhelm. Be true and relying, O sons of Hawaii, on God the prop and pillar of your realm. Ring, ring, Kalihi, ring, swell the echo of our song. Re, 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 ra, re, re, Kamehameha. Let hills and valleys loud our song roll on.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you, guys.
E pule kākou. E kō māku makua lani, kia kuanani a loko mai kai. Ke ho'o mai kai aku nei mākou ia oe, no ke ia la o mākou I a kua mai ai, no ka ho'o hano hano, a me ka ho'o laulea ana I nā pō mai kai, a me nā makana he nui mai ia oe mai. Mahalo nui no ke kia'i ana I ka papa 2 kaukani 2 kālua. I ke ia la hou au I ho'o mākou kauai. E aloha aku I nā 5 hana, I kōkua mai ia mākou, I ko mākou wala hele kula. E olu oe hui kala mai ia mākou no nā hewa pau. Nā uno e kōkua mai ia mākou, ma nā hana like ole I ke ia mua aku. E haawi mai ka ike, a me ka na'o au, no ka ho'o maupopo ana ma waena o ka pono, a me ka hewa, a me ka mahalo ana aku I nā mea pau o kou aloha. I ke kokoke ana mai o ka hopena o ko mākou hele kula ki'e. Nā uno e ho'o maupopo mai ia mākou e ikaika e like me ke kapa o ke kumu auke, a e kualia I ka nu'u e like me ka hana a ke ali I pauahi. Ke noe haa nei mākou I ke ia mau mea, ma ka inoa kaukeki hiwa o Iesu Kristo. Amene, amene, amene.